Good morning, friends. So welcome to a day in the life of Amanda. I wanted to share with you guys today a kind of like a mom hack that I have found to be so helpful in feeding my little one. And what it is if you, as you can see, she is eating all by herself right now. She's feeding herself with her spoon, and she's being pretty clean. But she is making a bit of a mess. And one thing that I started doing once she was kind of old enough to hold a fork and a spoon, is giving her the freedom to, she's free to make a mess, but giving her the freedom to make her own food, or eat her own food, like feed herself, and not immediately jumping in and forcing her to let me feed her. And what has happened, because feeding her used to be kind of a fight. Whenever I would try to feed her, she would fight with me and wouldn't let me. She wouldn't eat, and she would go like several meals without eating, unless I would give it to her. Like she wouldn't let me feed her. Basically, it turned into this like big fight where she'd pitch a fit, and it was hard. Moms of toddlers, anybody out there know what I'm talking about? So basically, I finally kind of hit a point where I'm like, you know what? Who cares if she makes a mess? I can just clean it up. I'm letting her eat on her own. But what made this so neat is, you will watch, and I'm going to show you in just a second, that is that too big of a bite? That was a big bite. Yeah. She now knows, because I will let her feed herself, but she also knows it's a little bit easier and more clean when I feed her. And so she now, do you need to spit it out? Here, spit it out. That was too big of a bite, wasn't it? Yeah, too big. See, and sometimes she does that. So she learned that it's easier if mama helps her. And now it's not a fight anymore, which is my whole point, is when you give your kid kind of the freedom to know, like, they can feed themselves. Yes, it might make a mess, but just clean it up. Who cares? Who cares if they make a mess? Just train them, right? She's not allowed to put her fingers in her bowl. I tell her that she has to eat with her spoon. She can't eat with her hand. But, she's making a mess, and I'm going to help her. Now, this is the fun thing, though. Watch, okay? Can I help you? Can mama help you? Yeah? Thank you. All right, let's clean up your face. And wait till you're done chewing and swallowing. Ready for another bite? There we go. See? No fight. I asked if I can help her, and she said yeah, and handed me her spoon. And there we go. I can help feed her and help keep her clean. And what this does is it helps her understand that she has a level of her own autonomy and independence within reason, right? And she learns to value and appreciate my help when it's time to eat something a little bit more messy, like yogurt and Cheerios. When she realizes it's kind of hard to, she doesn't quite have the dexterity and control over her limbs to eat quickly and cleanly on her own. And so she appreciates it when mama comes over and helps. And then you'll find, if, after a little bit, she'll sometimes, she'll have maybe 4 or 5 bites that I feed her, and then she'll want the spoon back, and I give it back to her if she asks for it back. And then she can feed herself again, and then you'll find sometimes, or at least I find sometimes, she'll offer it back to me, and I'll feed her again. And it's really just, it makes mealtimes kind of fun too, because it just builds that relationship. It's kind of building trust of, like, you're building trust in her that your kid, if you follow this, for me, I'm building trust in her that I'm going to let her be independent. And that she can do her things, but that I'm here to help her as she needs it. And that's such a great confidence boosting and relationship building attitude to build in your kids, to know that they have the independence to do things, that you're going to let them, you're going to trust them to do things on their own, but that also you are here to help them. Just really kind of helps that transition into a little bit more independence to be a little bit smoother, hopefully. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because this has, first of all, food used to be a really major struggle with us, as I mentioned. Like, it used to be really, really hard and turn into a lot of fights, and she wouldn't eat, and she'd refuse it, and she'd push it away and then spill it. And like, it was, I feel like if you're a toddler parent, right? You know, like when your toddler decides that they're gonna just be a little bit of a stinker and not want to eat or want to feed themselves or whatever. All done? That it's hard sometimes. And so meals were kind of a fight. And then I finally changed my tactic to this, where I give her that freedom. And are you all done? All done? Okay, say thank you, Mama. Say thank you. Yeah, all done. So once we switched tactics, it stopped being a fight. And there we go. See, she ate most of it. She ate a lot of it because I gave her a rather large portion. So, and now she's all done. And she said, all done, Mama. Thank you. And now we're going to say bye and get you all cleaned up for the rest of the day. Can you say bye?
Bye.